Okay, so here we are before we do any building. I have two parts. I have the lens cone that I'm going to be using for this build, and then I have the body that I am going to be using for this build. And I want you to recognize a couple of things. As I turn this in the sun, and I'm hoping we can get, yeah, there's a good example. We get a lot of glare. That's because plastic, PLA plastic, as it is printed, is very glossy. And we need to make it dull because light will come in, bounce off that, concentrate in certain areas, and give you what looks very much like a light leak. So if you skip this step and you get something that looks like a light leak to you, it is probably this. So I just have the cheapest spray paint, which is flat matte black. Flat black, matte black, either one will work. And I have this, the lens cone taped off. When you tape it off, you want to make sure that you are covering up that place where the lens meets the body, and again, where the body meets the lens. You want both of those surfaces covered up. If you don't cover up those, you could build up a distance, and we want to keep those as clean as possible because we don't want any additional distance put between the lens and the film, and this could the paint could create a minute layer of additional distance. It could be uneven, that type of thing. So you want to make sure that you're not spray painting anywhere where that meets, and you mask that all off. So it's pretty quick, it's pretty easy, and all I'm going to do, and it's going to look glossy as I do it, and all I'm doing is just spray painting the inside of that. Okay, and I'm probably doing more than I need. And so that's my painted surface. Yes, that will look pretty good once it is dry. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the body, and again I am masking off all of the stuff. I mask off the front, I'm masking off the back, and I'm going to spray. And I want you to know a couple of things about this surface. Now I've made this surface uneven in here. So this surface in here is uneven, and you can kind of see as I, put get it to the point of glare. There's a good example right in there. That is an uneven surface, and that is all to keep the light from glancing off any particular part on the inside of the body and concentrating. That's what we don't want it to do. We don't want it to concentrate. So this should take care of all of that possibility. So this is not a big deal. It's just pretty quick. If you want to do multiple layers, you can. I found one layer works perfectly fine for me. And I just want to make sure that I've gotten it evenly across. I don't think I have it as evenly on that side. So, okay. So that's what we want. Now remember, it needs to be a matte black, which means that it is not a shiny surface. Often you'll get the color of the lid giving you that, and this is a matte black rather than a glossy black. You can use spray rubber. Sometimes that'll dry to a sheen, and sometimes it will not dry to a sheen. It'll dry to a flatness. Now this is starting to dry, and you can see already in the areas where it's dry that reflectiveness has been greatly reduced. So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you get that done before you build, or you can do it the way that I'm gonna show right here. This is a build that I've already actually mostly completed, and I just did it all as a unit and taped that all off, and that works pretty good too. I don't recommend this because then you can do overspray, and if you do, just remove the other parts. But usually it's best to do it beforehand. This stuff dries in not very long at all, so you can you can go ahead and build it within, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. of the time that you spray.